Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Tomcat Stitchery. I'm Whitney and today I've got another plans video for you. If you have been watching, and if you haven't, if you're new, and there's a ton of new subscribers, and I want to say welcome to all of you. If you are watching and haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button because I've got a lot of fun things planned for the next upcoming months and really for the year. So you don't miss anything. You can also hit that notifications bell that I think will give you a notification on your phone or maybe even an email when I have posted new videos, which typically are up on Tuesdays and Fridays. Occasionally you'll get a Wednesday one, but for the most part, Tuesdays and Fridays. So for today, I have, let's see, last week, okay, I film a lot of these in advance. Now I've got to think through when you would have seen this. So you would have seen this on Friday. On Friday, you saw my Seasonal Sew 3 for the spring, my January, February, March Seasonal Sew 3 makes, which actually technically was a Sew 4 because, not really. Seasonal Sew 3, and then I'm going to throw a knitting project in there, just because, well, I'll explain in a minute. But anyway, so Seasonal Sew 3, and then I'm also wanting to do one knitting project through a 3-month period. Anyway, so today I've got my plans for my summer Seasonal Sew 3. So I've got 3 patterns here to share with you. One of them I actually have the fabric for already, and then the other 2 I haven't quite decided yet, but I just want to show you the patterns that I'm thinking about, as well as a possible sew-along, although I have 2 options for some possible sew-alongs in the next little section here that we're getting ready to do. And then I have a pattern and some yarn I'm going to show you if you're interested. This is not going to become a knitting vlog, just so you know. I'm very much a novice knitter. The reason that I'm throwing knitting in here is because I've noticed that I am, and I'm sure a lot of people, I waste a lot of time on my phone. I get sucked in, especially in the mornings. After everyone has left the house and I'm eating my breakfast, I'll sit down to answer emails and that kind of thing, which is, I like, that's part of my routine. But then I find myself getting sucked into like, so I'm not quite ready to start the day. Like I kind of want some downtime after the morning rush, just because when I wake up in the morning, it's just like, you know, go, 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 getting everyone out the door. I kind of like that downtime, but I find that I'm just spending it on my phone, and I don't think that's healthy for my brain. So instead, I'm switching, you know, I'm answering my emails, and then I'm switching to some knitting time for like, I don't know, 45 minutes or whatever, while I have the news on. So at least I'm absorbing something somewhat helpful. I mean, as much as the news is. Somewhat helpful, and then I'm actually doing something productive with that time. I'm very much not an advanced knitter. I still am learning a ton. It's just something to keep my hands busy. Anyway, so I thought that would be nice, like a goal, just to have a project that, and in true Whitney form, I don't just do like scarves and hats, like I want to do sweaters. I just go right into the deep end. And I have been knitting for a while. I'm just not, it's something that I will do and then I put down for like months on end and then maybe I'll pick it back up again. So anyway, enough on that. First of all, I get questions all the time and I will put it in the description box, but I am wearing my McCall's faux fur bomber jacket. I can't remember the number, but I'll link it all down below, with my Givre tank that I'm finding very versatile since I've made it. And then I just have on jeans, ginger jeans, right now. But let's dig into this. And before, I forgot to grab my ball of yarn. One moment. Okay, so let's dig in. All right, first off, pattern number 1. I'm sitting here with everything on my lap. I'm going to, my main reason for making this, number 1, I really want a nice summer jumpsuit that I can wear. I get cold really easily, even in the summertime, so when I go out in the evenings, or actually this could even be daytime, and I like to be covered up somewhat just because I burn like nobody's business. I'm a vampire. In the summertime, I'm the mom that drags the lounge chair at the pool into the where it's covered like completely to where no sun is touching my skin because I'm such a vampire. Because I'm just fair skinned, I burn. Anyway, I do like to wear pants, nice and breezy pants, because I don't want to get hot because I do live in Indiana, but I really have been wanting to make a jumpsuit. And this jumpsuit I actually cut out for my sewing retreat back in January and didn't get a chance to make it because I had a ridiculously number of things. But it's already been interfaced, already been cut out, so all I have to do is sew it up, which is very exciting. But it is the Paper Cut Pattern Sierra jumpsuit, and I'll pop a picture up. In my last seasonal sew 3, I actually did the other paper cut pattern that I recently purchased, my Palisade pants, which I love, by the way. Okay. And I actually have a whole bunch of interfacing in here. I don't know, maybe I didn't interface everything, but I do have some stuff interfaced. I don't know where I stopped on this. But I'm going to use, this is an interfaced piece already, I'm going to use this wonderful Tencel 12. This is from Blackbird Fabrics. This is literally the whole project's cut out in here. If you have ever used Blackbird Fabrics Tencel 12, they have a Tencel 12 1 and a Tencel 12 2, and I can't remember. I think the Tencel 12 is a little heavier, and Tencel 12 2 is a little lighter. I may have that backwards though. And I've used both of them, and I love it so much. It just feels like heaven. In fact, I made one of my wattle skirts out of it. My khaki wattle skirt is made out of that. Anyway, it's Tencel, which is a rayon, and it's just gonna feel amazing this summer. I'm very excited about this. So I just need to get it made up. And I am lining the bodice with some rayon that I had in my stash. Let me try and show you. Everything is like folded up with the pieces here. Normally I just have fabric, but... So it's this crazy like floral print really, and it's a rayon, like a crinkly rayon. But I think it'll pair nicely with the outside. I mean, you're not going to see it, it's going to be on the inside. But I think it'll pair nicely with the rayon, and it'll keep everything really nice and cool when I wear it. So, and still be somewhat covered up, because I'm making the tapered leg pant version. And so I think I've got, I mean, I even have some of my silk bias binding in here that I made from a tie. Now it's been a few months since I cut this out. I think I have everything cut out, and I think I've got everything fused. It's all going to need to be pressed again because this Tencel twill does wrinkle like nobody's business. But anyway, that is my first seasonal sew 3 for the next 3 months. And this one will probably get made first only because it's all set and ready to go. And I like, you know, that'll just be a nice easy project to dig into. But it's been sitting here since January, so it's time. Okay, next, if you have seen my... I'm getting ready to start a mini capsule series that where I'm going in a few different directions. I'm incorporating a few different things. Number one, I'm trying to play around with shapes and play around with shapes that flatter my figure. And I mentioned it in the other video, but I'm not one of those that's like, oh, here's the rules. You can, you know, with your body shape, you can only wear this, and you should only wear this, and you know, this is a no-no, never wear this. Because again, I really think that if you feel beautiful and confident in what you're wearing, you are beautiful and confident. Like, that is the #1 most important ingredient in looking put together and in looking beautiful, because we're all beautiful, and we all have that natural elements that make us beautiful. But I feel like for everyone, it's that inside thing, you know, it's that inside light that really makes someone attractive to be around and that kind of thing. So that being said, if you feel beautiful in anything, definitely wear that. But I love the idea of playing around with shapes, just from like a fine art standpoint, where almost science meets art almost, when you're talking about line. So anyway, I talked a little bit about the fact that in the last video, and I will put a link to that video if you want to know a little bit more, but I am a inverted triangle, but also on the Kibbe scale, David Kibbe, and again, see that video if you don't know what I'm talking about, I am a soft classic. So I'm playing around with some things that I should be making for that. And so I have 2 dresses here that I want to make. Number 1 is Vogue 8577. And Sean from Kittenish Behavior has made this dress a million times, and that is totally what put this on my radar. But I like this because, number 1, with my soft classic, it's got a lot of folds and a lot of, not a lot of hard lines, which is one thing that it says, you know, I should focus on like soft lines and drapey fabric. I'm going to make it out of a cotton lawn. I just haven't decided what yet. It has a V-neck for my large bust, which draws the eye down, and it also has these big pockets on the hips, which will help balance out my figure. So, to make my hips a little wider. So I'm very excited to try this one out. And again, I'm going to do it in a cotton lawn. I just haven't decided what one yet. I have a couple of Lady McElroy ones. I have a Joel Dewberry one that's a possibility. And then I have Lisa Comfort, 2 of her cotton lawns from her first fabric line, but I don't know that I have enough to do, because this takes a lot of fabric. This takes, yeah, 60-inch wide, because I want to do the longer midi length. It takes 5 yards of fabric. So anyway, we'll see. I don't think I have enough of Lisa Comfort, but I do have enough Lady McElroy, and I do have enough of the Jewel Dewberry. So we'll see. I'll do one of those. But yes, that is dress number 2. All right, and then my third seasonal sew 3. This was one that I thought might be a contender for the sew along. So 2 options. I'm doing a pair of pants in my mini capsule that I have linked now. A couple. I've linked it earlier. My most recent mini capsule that I'm going to be doing a pair of trousers, basically. Fly front trousers. Anyway, I thought a sew along for a pair of trousers might be nice because we could throw in, you know, how to do like more of a tailored waistband, you know, if you want to do the bias binding, that kind of thing on the inside of the waistband, how to do a zip fly, that kind of thing. So that is one option for a sew along, and let me know what you guys think. Or I thought sometimes the Vogue Patterns designer patterns can be a little intimidating for some people just because they're a little more complicated. So I thought doing one of those dresses might be kind of fun to go along and do. So I have this Vogue and Cline pattern, and it is Vogue 1543, and it is this dress that is in silk. And I've played around with maybe doing it in a rayon, and I could, but the more I look at it, I really kind of want to do it in silk because it's so pretty. But this is also one that kind of goes with my quote-unquote body style. Whether that be, you know, it's the fuller skirt to help balance out my hips. It's got the tie to help give me a waist. And then it's in the real softer fabrics with the V neckline to help with, because I should be wearing the drapey things for the soft classic. And also the V-neck is nice for the larger bust. So this one has a whole bunch of pleats that go across the front that does the bust shaping in the front. So we could definitely do a sew along where I could even show you how to do a full bust adjustment with those pleats, because there's not a dart that's there and it's not hard. And there are darts in the back on this one. But anyway, let me know what you think. I will be sewing this. I don't have fabric for this yet because I kind of want a silk print, I think. And I need 3 yards, well, 3 1/4. I could get away with 3 because I'll have to shorten the skirt. For 45-inch wide, I need, it says 3 1/4, but I bet I can get away with it 3, if not more, or less. So I need to buy some silk. And it will need an underlining because I kind of like it. And one of the fabric requirements on the, or suggestions is chiffon or georgette, which both of which are georgette, not as much as chiffon, but they're transparent. So you would need a full lining. And it has here lining. You need 2 3/8, but you would think you would need to line the whole thing. Oh, I bet the rest is the tie. That's the difference. So yeah, I could definitely get away with 3 yards of fabric, I feel like, even at the 45-inch. But yeah, I just think that's so pretty. So yeah, that's my seasonal sew 3. Okay, and then for the last, I am going to be making, knitting a sweater, and it is this Julie Hoover pattern, and I'm going to pop it up here. I think it's called the Cline. Like a 3/4 length, and I'm doing it in a drapey wool. I have a hard time, like, I will be talking about, because I know what I want the sweater to look like, but I'm speaking in sewist terms, not in knitter terms necessarily. But I'm using this really pretty pale purple. It is an alpaca bamboo blend, which I thought the bamboo, because I know when sewing with bamboo, it makes it a little heavier and a little drapier. And the alpaca gives kind of a nice little halo, fuzziness kind of, and makes it super soft. So I'm going to be knitting that sweater in the next 3 months. So that is my tack on to the seasonal sew 3. Just something to keep my hands busy. So that is it for today. And again, I will, let me know what you think about this next sew along possibility. I was thinking either that dress or the pants. So let me know. Would you rather have a pair of like more tailored trousers? And I say tailored. It's not, they're not lined or anything. The trousers aren't, but they do have a zip fly. And I'm looking at the pattern here. Slash pocket. It's this pattern. It's Simplicity 8056, and I'm doing it cropped. And again, I talked about it in the other video. But it's a you know, it's got the tabbed front. you know, the hook and eye, and then the fly zip. So yeah, let me know if you'd be interested in seeing the pair of pants or the designer dress. And we could do both. I mean, I could do one now and then wait and do that designer Vogue pattern or a different one later. So yeah, give me your opinion. Okay, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time with, okay, let me think this through. Oh, I'm not sure what you're going to be seeing next. This is the last of the videos that I have filmed. It'll be a surprise. Woo! Okay, I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.